Welcome to Attican Plays Railroad Corporation. All right, hi, this is Attican and welcome to Mission 12 of Railroad Corporation. This is Series 3, Episode, I don't know, whatever it is. Our last episode in Series 3, whatever it is. So this one is called The Only One, and this is we're going to have an aggressive AI competitor, and we have to buy him out. So that means we've got new functionality, a stock market where we can buy our opponent. So if we look at this message here, shares of our company are going to go on the market. Shares of his company are going on the market. It is August 1884, and in February of 1885, both of our companies will go on the market for trade. And it really just means there's a mechanism for us to buy out our competitor, or vice versa. So let's close this out, pause the game, and see what we've got. So we're here in Holdridge. Unfortunately, we don't have any passengers. We have a very small town, a level 0 town, I call it, but it does need some things. It needs some goods that we could bring in if we wanted to. And then we've got a city up here in the northeast corner, Omaha, a level 5, a small city. But if we go down here, then we see our real sweetheart, which is Kansas City. Kansas City is a large city, level 40. That's where we want to go, of course. And then we go down here to the south, we see Fort Smith way down here, level 5. We go swing over here a little bit, and then we see our buddy down here in Enid. I guess that's Enid, Oklahoma, I guess. Enid's a crossword puzzle answer a lot. So he's starting in a level 5. He does have some passengers, but he's probably going to take his typical approach. Look at this coal, look at this steel mill, the wheat. He's going to, set up a network and do goods all over the place. But he's down here in Enid. We've got a city up above him, Wichita, level 5. We've got Dodge City over here, another level 5. And we've got Pampa way down here, probably irrelevant for us, but a level 5 way down there in the southwest corner. Anything up here in the northwest? No. All right, industry-wise, pretty good. I mean, one we could do would be oil to the refinery to Kansas City, which consumes it, but there's only one. Remember, there's only one decent city on this map. So, and there's several things we could do. One would be to kind of grow Holdridge to the point where it needed cities, needed people. So let me see here. Right now, it's just demanding those three things. We could grow that up, and it wouldn't be too long until they wanted people. But the thing of it is, to do that, the coal is way down here. We'd be buying it for $1,200, selling it for about $4,000, so we can make decent money on that. Wheat is way over here near Kansas City. We could buy it and run it in to grow it. What I'm thinking is if we, did a home grow version. Oh, there's wheat up here. Oh, that's better. I hadn't seen that. There's wheat up here and there's logs over here, and that would actually kind of hook us up with Omaha too. I think we might do that. That's different. I think we're going to home grow Holdridge and then use that profit to build our line and get connected. Our ultimate goal, of course, is to get to Kansas City and have some sweetheart lines coming out of Kansas City, and then we're done. We're golden. So let's do that. Let's just take that approach. Let's just go this way. Let's go up here. And I should say that what's going to happen with the stock market is our price and our competitor's price are going to be set based on the value of our company at the time that the stock goes live, February of next year. And so our first task here is pretty simple: outgrow our competitor by a lot. That's only 21 grand to get to there. That's nice. You know what we can do? We can set up a line into these businesses like this. And have a consumer on the other end. And we're not even we're in great shape here. Okay, so now we can go, how many times have I said this? Do what I should have done first, which is set up the finance department. Then we're going to open the biggest bond we can. It's only $50,000. Now we got $75,000. Now we need a train or none of this works. So I think what we're going to do is get the best train we can get for our money. Now we've got fully upgraded Mogul. We've got the Forney, which is an excellent train. It's upgraded. Consolidation is not. It's too expensive anyway. The Bogey, and what we want to get to eventually is this 10-wheeler. We have it fully upgraded. But we're going to start with either a Mogul or a Forney. Let's just see here. 66, 178 pulling mass, 109. Yeah, we'll start with a Mogul because we're hauling freight. We're going to do a Mogul. And we're going to have this Mogul go to the wheat field. Is it not upgraded? Did we skip the Mogul? Shoot. I think I may have goofed here. No, it has some upgrade. Huh. I don't know what's going on here. All right, so we're going to go. Where's our Mogul? All right, let me do some math. I'll be right back. I got to figure out kind of what speed we want to run. I'll set it off the wheat. I usually do passengers, but okay. Well, you know what I could do? I'm not actually going to use this, but we can go to Omaha. $10 is $430, $9 is $405, so it's dropping off at 9, so we want to be up to at least 10. 11 is $451, that's better. And what I'm saying is I'm taking the number of passengers times the max speed and trying to find out what's the most effective weight for us to carry. And that's going to give us a speed limit, and we're going to run that speed limit with these trains. So that's 451. Let's do 12. $440. Okay, the answer is 11. So we're going to run 11, which is a speed limit of 41. So our speed limit's going to be 41. But we're not going to do that. We're going to go here and run that to 41, which is 2, 4, 6, 8, 9, 10 corn. And we're going to pick up that corn and we're going to take it to Omaha. And then we're going to pick up 40. That's good enough. 2, 4, 6, 8, 9. And take that to, we'll take it to Omaha too. No, we won't. We'll take that to Omaha. Then we'll go back and go to that logs again. And we'll bring it back to our home base in Holdridge. Then we'll go out here to the Sweetfield, Columbus, and go back to our home base. Okay, and let's let that run for a bit. We're probably going to go negative here. What's this going to cost us? Our first one's going to cost us 8,000. We're probably okay. We're right on the button here. A wheat field. Now, see, he's going to buy our wheat field in Columbus, and we're going to refuse that. So he just bought that wheat field, right? So what are we going to do? We're going to say, I'm happy for you. Columbus is out. Columbus is out. And we'll just haul logs. So he just bought a wheat field that was just sunk cash for him. And the reason I want to do Omaha and our city is because if we bring this stuff in there too fast, the price that we get for it is going to diminish. We're going to get less money. So if we bring a full load in here and then go out and get a full load and take it back to our hometown, we'll get more money. We'll consistently get better prices. And you could argue we don't want to sell 11 because watch what's going to happen after we get up to that 8th one. It's hard to see, but the price went down a little bit on that 8th one. But that's okay, because now the city will start to consume it. And we'll take the profit from that by logging over here. And we're just going to kind of keep doing this for a while. This is kind of sucks. This isn't nearly as good as having a big passenger line, but if you can see, we've got passengers in Omaha now, and what we can do is just keep running this to make some money, and we'll run down here to Omaha into Kansas City. It won't be a super long line, but we can run a nice train that makes good money from there. The other thing we can do is actually bypass the station altogether. All it does is slow us down. I wonder what would happen if I just delete all this track and go like that. Okay, so now we bypassed that. I don't think we can delete the station. Would like to, but that's okay. So we're doing a little bit of station upkeep we don't need, but he owns a wheat field that's absolutely worthless. So Holdridge has some lumber. Now, I'm thinking maybe 40, 50, well, we want to, yeah, 40, 50,000, and we could do the line to Kansas City and be all set. How are we on our date? It's still December of 1884. I have no way of knowing how big our, see, we're barely making money. Where's our train? Probably didn't see that, but red numbers flash up here. That's his upkeep on that farm. That farm is actually costing our buddy money. So that has really limited his growth. He's still doing just fine though. Look at him. Look at this. He's being aggressive. He's going out and building stuff. He's going to have wheat coming in here. He's going to have coal going here and here probably, and making good money on that. So he's got a nice starting position. What we want to do now is get that 50,000. So when we make our next, maybe our next delivery into Omaha, and it's not going to be great prices. We could really use like a sawmill to, look at that, there's a sawmill. We could really use a sawmill to feed that into. That would be better than the city. Let's see if we can get 50,000 out of this. And we can. So I'm going to pause it. I want to close that, redeem that bond before he starts buy. Well, he's not going to buy anything, doesn't matter. And then we're going to open a bigger bond. 70,000. I'm going to put T1 on pause because I don't want him to run away from me. Because he's going to have a new job, I think. He's going to have a job making real money. Okay, beautiful. All right, so our mogul up here is now, has a new purpose in life. He's going to go here. Oh, shoot. I forgot the speed limit. What was our speed limit? Crap. I've forgotten our speed limit. Sorry. Let me see what it is. But you know what? It doesn't matter. We want to recalculate it for passengers. And that's probably what, I think that's what I used. Oh, it was 11, wasn't it? Yes, it was 11. We'll go optional out of Omaha. Mandatory out of Kansas City. We're going to put, did I hit commit? I don't think I did. Sorry, dummy. Try this again. We're going to be in Omaha. We're going to load up on passengers. They're going to be optional coming out of Omaha. Take whatever you can get and head back to Kansas City. Then go to Kansas City. Apply. Thank you. Then we'll go in and set up our repairs in Kansas City because that's going to be our hub for everything we do. What happened? I hit apply. All right. I'm going to try this one more time, and I actually think this is demonstrating a defect. When you have a train in a station, something going on, and you try to make changes to it, it doesn't seem to work correctly. Optional. Apply. Train. Okay, there it worked. I don't know why that didn't work before. I could have sworn I hit apply. Okay, so now we've got free passengers. This is the key. You don't pay anything for the passengers. So now we're going to make $300 per mile, plus you get paid per mile. All right, now we're on the stock market. Let's see how we did. Okay, he's actually worth more than we are right now. But that's going to change quickly once we get this line running. Because he's going to be able to load up 11 passengers and take them back up to Omaha. See, we can already start buying him if we want to, but we're going to build up into a really strong company and just outpace him as fast as we can. How much are those moguls? 66. What's our bond? We have a bond for 70,000. So we're going to gather up money, close out that bond, issue a bigger bond, and use that to make our next investment. Oh, look at this. Holdridge now demands passengers. Perfect. Just bringing that little bit of logs in there gave us a level 5 city, kind of a startup city. So that's going to be one of our sweetheart lines. So our next goal is to have a sweetheart line between Holdridge, our home, and Kansas City. See how we're doing on this Omaha run. Beautiful, beautiful. Now we can close out that bond. We can issue a bigger bond because we should be a bit bigger company. We are. We're going to use that $95,000 to build a direct line from Kansas City to Holdridge. Level this thing up, and we're going to move this line over to the last platform, the furthest east platform. We'll take the middle platform to go over to Holdridge. Let's give them a pretty drive right between these two lakes. Nice pretty ride right between the lakes. And 59,000, yeah, we'll build that. And I'm going to upgrade this a couple of times. Plug this in like that. So, all right, let's wait for some cash so we can get a train going. See, we're not even coming close to tapping out all the passengers from Kansas City, and of course we won't. And you can see here, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So getting a full load from Omaha. and he'll be able to take 11 back up there. It's our next one. I think we're closing the gap on our buddy. I'm not sure. He's still expanding. What he wants to do now is get out to this farm, and then he can run wheat to the farm. He can run wheat to Enid. Not bad, not bad. He's doing all right. It's our new train, 66.8. We could get a Forney for 52.8, which is a arguably better passenger. I really want the 10-wheeler, but it's 110. Let's get this line going. Let's get a Forney. And as I recall, 7 times 7 is 49. 8 times 64, 80. Okay, 7 is the sweet spot for the Forney. So it's going to be running less people but faster. Okay. So those 5 our passengers coming in from our hometown of Holdridge are going to be worth $7,300 a piece. Good deal. So it'll be worth about 50 going back. So we'll make about 100 grand each run for that, and it's a pretty fast train. So that's a good deal. So let's as soon as we get some more money, we'll close out that bond. Redeem that one and issue a bigger one. And let's find another place to go. We want the longest line we could get, which is probably Dodge City, way out here, or Pampa, way down here. Or Fort Smith way down here. Those are all good. Let's do Fort Smith first. It just seems accessible. And we'll run it off this platform here. And I haven't even bothered to look at employees. Let me do that before I do all this. What do we got here? See, we could get we could build that. Oh yeah. Well, I want this lady. I want this guy. So, all right. We're going to set up an HR department. We're going to have cheaper locomotives. We're going to have cheaper rail. We don't care about buying stuff. Cheaper rail here. So if we upgrade this again, we can hire him. All right, now we should be able to build that line even more cheaply. And I'll do R&D in a minute just to make sure that we don't have any more trains out there. Make sure that 10-wheelers as far as we can go, as far as research. And I goofed up on my recording and didn't capture the one where I, expend the experience points from the last mission. So in a minute here, I'll show you what our character looks like. We basically finished off the financier branch. We'd finished off geology. we went over to Engineer, I think it's called, and started getting discounts on research. And then after you get that first research discount, you get these discounts on building costs. So building a building is cheaper. So that was only $33,000. Good deal. We've got 89 left, so I'm going to wait just a minute until we have enough to put a 10-wheeler on this line. Then we'll see something rocking and rolling. So we've got a Mogul running to Omaha. We've got a Forney running to Holdridge, and we're going to get a 10-wheeler as soon as we can afford it. Which would be about now. All right. And it's a good time to send him out right in front of that guy. So, oh, look at the reduction. Oh, that's lovely. Saved us like 15. That lady saved us 15,000 on that one thing. I've got to get better at looking at employees. Let's find the sweet spot for this guy. It's a big drop right there. Let's see. This is 84 to 78. Excuse me, I have to do some math. Be right back. Okay, so the answer is 12. It drops off if you 11 is smaller than the 12 number and 13 is smaller than 12. So 12 is the peak. 6, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. We want to run 12 folks on this line. We want to add Fort Smith. Would love to be able to hold down control while I do this and get optional loaded in here, make the game a lot more enjoyable. Much simpler, smoother user interface. Hint, hint, hint. Okay, so now, boom, now we've got a 10-wheeler running our line down to Fort Smith. And look at him just flying along at 120 miles an hour. Now he's slowing down a little bit. And he should load up a whole bunch of people. And see, we're starting to outstrip our competitor. We're just turning over cash a lot faster than he can because we've got these beautiful sweetheart lines. We own passenger traffic, and that is passenger mail. That's what you want to own. So let's see what this Fort Smith is going to be worth to us every time we get down here. It's going to be worth 7,300 times 11. So 80 plus thousand, fair amount back, so beautiful line. And we can just build another one. We can go to Dodge City would be fine. Let's see here. I think I want to do Dodge City, yeah, out of this top one here, that'd be fine. Need to get to the south a little bit. Okay, now we want to get a 10-wheeler. And run it out of Kansas City. And add Dodge City. And now we've got another profitable line. So that's 4. Do we want another one or do we care? I mean, we can go to Wichita. We can go to Pampa way down here. That would be a great one. The longer they are, the better. And we're not stripping this out, even though we're getting a lot of activity. We could probably just sit right here. I mean, we could declare success right now. We're now twice as big as our opponent. Now let's do one more, shoot. Why not? We'll run it, let's think about this. We could run 2 more. That would be 1 in every available platform. We could run a simple one down to Wichita. So let's do Pampa out of this westernmost piece of track out here. How do we want to go? Need to go right to here, so... All right, we want to run kind of right next to Wichita, basically, just north of it. And you'll notice I'm building dedicated track for this. We could obviously run down from that line up there in Dodge City and save a ton of money, right? Well, yeah, but I want dedicated track. I don't want these trains to ever stop for anybody. And given the way that we don't have signals and the odd behavior sometimes for a train that's way up the line will wait on a train behind it, if it's merging. We don't want any mergers. We don't want anything but dedicated passenger lines with just our train running on it. So that's 100 and some thousand. That is not even an issue. And we're going to buy another 10-wheeler. We're going to start it in Kansas City. We'll add Pampa. And we'll go. And just to do it, we'll run one to Wichita Falls. And again, I'm not going to save on track or anything. There's going to be no merge here. It's just going to be a straight line, but I am going to make it look like double track since we know this is basically the right path to get where we're going. Oh my goodness, how poor was that? We need to be, this needs to be a super station. It's got all the action. See, look at that. Now we've got everybody being serviced. That was pretty pathetic. Add Wichita. Load. Go. Okay, now we are done. We're done. We've got 6 lines that are just going to print money, and we're going to start buying our buddy out. Oh, and we are going to make a quick look at research to see if there's anything out there for us. And the answer is no, we're done. The 10-wheeler is the last train in chapter 2. We've already got it. We've got it completely upgraded. And we could switch our other lines if we wanted to. You know, so they're all running 10-wheelers. Maybe we'll do that, but it kind of doesn't matter. We've got nice trains running. They're all optimized for their particular passenger load, so we're cool. Oh, I was too slow. I guess our expenses clicked in. We'll buy some more of him. And we'll buy some more. And we'll buy some more. We're basically buying them every time a train lands in Kansas City, or really from Kansas City going somewhere else. You notice taking this approach, all we have to watch out for law-wise would be passenger penalties or passenger bonuses. We would want those. Okay, we've got 60% of him right now, and see we can. This is a low risk thing because we're not buying any of these resources. So we're not incurring costs like to buy lumber and then take it to a sawmill. All these passengers are free. That's why it's so strong. I know I keep saying that, but it's just so true. Now, are we tapping out Kansas City? Yes, we have. We have officially tapped out Kansas City. So we can make it run optional both ways, but I think we're just going to let them load up and. No, we better. Oh, we have overloaded Kansas City. The good news is they'll run back with good loads from every one of these cities, because the delay loading up passengers in Kansas City will give the cities on the other end time to accumulate passengers, and we'll be rocking and rolling here. But we have overdone it. I really have. I basically built like the last 2 lines just because they were there, just to be doing them. So we'll buy some more of him. We don't have any research to do. Building costs, too late, we're done. Rails, too late, we're done. Company credit rating, don't care. We're AA, we'll be AAA soon enough. Oh, we do have a bond. Ooh, I could have goofed up there. We'll pay off that bond with our next chunk of cash. And then we'll be cash only basis the rest of the way. That pretty much eliminates the risk. All right, so now we're a cash only company. We own 80% of our competitor. And by the way, if we felt threatened by him, we could buy our own shares, and then they become more expensive for him to buy from us. So that's a kind of a defensive strategy. But we are so far ahead of this game that I think we're going to buy him before he can even move. And we would be making more money if I wasn't so lazy. If I just went in and made it optional on both sides, we'd be making even more money. But we're about done now, so in fact, I could issue a bond right now and finish him off, buy out that last bit, but I'll just wait. When this T6 gets down to wherever he's going, probably Wichita, then we'll be done. He's got a nice full load. Making us a bunch of money. And we buy the final 10%, and there we go, all done. So that one was really easy compared to 10 and 11. But we had a strong thing. We had strong trains. We've got a strong strategy now. And I want to explain, I've intentionally run this strategy all the way through, this sort of spam train, spam passenger line kind of deal. Now, at early trains, we were spamming trains. It took us a lot of trains to get that throughput. Later on, when you get probably American up, definitely Forney up, you are an upgraded. You are basically a train is a spam of trains, because if we were running like, we were running 12 on the 10-wheeler, that would take, even upgraded, that's 3, what do you call them, John Bulls. It's 3, it's like 4 Jervises. So we are kind of spamming trains in a way now, but it's even easier because we have less trains to keep track of. So anyway, I hope you got something out of that. I've done this whole series. I've stayed with that strategy, even though I knew it was easy. I knew it was going to get us through these things very strongly. The only thing we had to do that was different, like in 11, we had to go start some industry just to raise enough capital to be able to build the line long enough to get a sweetheart line. If you remember back in that one, as soon as we got that Wichita Falls down to San Antonio, that was it. We were kind of done. In this one, we had to do a similar thing. We went over, we got that wheat. He bought it, so we just said, nope, we're not giving you money. We'll just pass on it. We ran logs back and forth for a little bit until we had enough money to go down from Omaha down to Kansas City. And then from there, honestly, we were kind of done. We just kept building bigger lines. We ended up with 6 lines coming out of Kansas City. Probably should have, and we should have had all the trains running optional load on both ends. That would have been even better, but no problemo. It was easy way to wrap up. Hope you guys enjoyed this series. I enjoyed playing it. I do enjoy the game, even though it has some flaws that need to be fixed. But I do enjoy playing it, and hope you join us for our next video, whatever that may be. I hope you enjoyed this. I hope it'll help you become a better player, and I hope you'll join us for our next Railroad Corporation video. Thank you.